Welcome back into another episode of Hefe's World. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. But let's go ahead and get right into it. We are doing the Raw preview episode. We got a bunch of things confirmed for this week's episode. Up first, we're going to get into Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and they are facing Roxanne Perez and Julia from NXT. Um, there's been a bunch of back and forth attacks throughout the weeks, a bunch of singles matches, and it's finally time for the tag team match. Um, Now, I would love to see the NXT stars get over in this matchup, but more than positive Io Sky and Rhea Ripley will pick up the victory here, and this will most likely lead to Roxanne and Julia going back to NXT and pretty much ending this feud here. But I would like to see Roxanne and Julia pick up the victory here, leading to Io Sky and Rhea getting into it and furthering along their storyline. So that would be great to see. So we shall see what happens there. Up next, we have AJ Styles and Finn Balor confirmed. Last week we had a backstage segment with the Judgment Day, and now we have a matchup between these two guys. And shout out to Dom, he did retain his Intercontinental Championship. So what is next for Dominic Mysterio on this show? We shall see as far as that as well. Another confirmed matchup for this week, we have the War Raiders and the Creed brothers. Most like, I believe this is pretty much a number one contenders match for the New Day's title. So we'll see what happens with the victories, with the victors here. And the last confirmed matchup for this Monday night's Raw is Penta versus Chad Gable. Chad Gable's been getting involved a lot recently in Penta's matchups, causing him to lose. So now it is time for Penta versus Chad Gable. So we'll see what happens here. Can't wait for that action. We have two guys confirmed to appear this week in CM Punk and Jey Uso. Last week, CM Punk came out and attacked Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, and I'm pretty sure those guys will be in house as well as Paul Heyman. So can't wait to see that, and trying to figure out when Roman Reigns will come into the picture as well for that feud. But like I said as well, Jey Uso is confirmed for this week's episode, so I'm sure Logan Paul will be in house as well to further that storyline. But that is all that's confirmed for this week. So a couple things that I want to get into before I get out of here. What's next for Gunther? Gunther picked up a huge victory against Pat McAfee at Backlash this past Saturday. So what's next for Gunther and what does he have going on? Rusev, is he going to be facing Akira Tozawa or Otis again this week, or what's next for him? And his next quest in WWE here. And Sheamus as well. Sheamus returned last week, beat Austin Theory, which was supposed to be against Grayson Waller. So do we get that matchup this week? What's next for Sheamus as well? And now that he's returned, and then last but not least, Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. These two put on one hell of a show at Backlash, the only women's matchup. One hell of a show. If you guys didn't catch that matchup, please go back and watch it. But after the matchup, Becky Lynch did attack Lyra Valkyria, so I will spoil that. So can't wait to see what's next for them in this feud. But I'm sure both of these women will be in house as well. So we'll see what happens there. But I'll make sure to hit y'all with a review episode after Monday Night Raw goes off. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button down below. And just remember, this is Hefe's World, and you're just living in it.